Hello, my friends. I'm your host, Samantha, and welcome to the Mooncast. Today, I wanted to let you in on a little secret. But before we delve into that topic, and I'm going to be doing this for the next couple Mooncasts, just in case someone didn't know, but starting the summer solstice, June 21st, I will be launching my very own member program on buymeacoffee.com, where I will be talking about the very nitty-gritty of witchcraft with all new member videos, and I'm very excited about it. So if you want to keep updated on that, just follow me on social media on Facebook and Instagram at The Sage Witch. Now, about that secret. It might not be a secret to you, or maybe it is. Either way, I'm going to tell you. Here goes. You are beautiful. You are. In our modern times, it is far too easy to compare ourselves to others. We see images, often filtered images, of people every day, and we compare what we feel is our worst to what is the other person's absolute best at the time. Sometimes it feels like there is an all-out technological war to decide what our current beauty standards should be. In the past, many beauty standards were based on things like survivability. A plump woman or man would be sought after because it meant that they ate well and that their family wouldn't starve. Lighter skin meant less time in the sun, therefore less time toiling outside. There is always another reason other than just someone's personal preference or perceived ideal of beauty to beauty standards. And those beauty standards change over time. Sometimes even rapidly, so much that it feels impossible to keep up with them, if you are at all. And not to sound too conspiratorial, a lot of these beauty standards change simply because product companies want to make money. They want you to feel like you're lacking in something, and of course, if you buy their product, then you will no longer be lacking. But today, I just wanted to tell you that you're not lacking. And you are beautiful, whether you're a man, woman, or anything in between, just the way you are. For me, beauty has always been more than the outward appearance. As cliche as it might sound, a beautiful face cannot compensate for an ugly heart. And I have known people like that, where you are stunned by their physical beauty until they reveal their heart, until they reveal their innermost self, and you realize that they're not as beautiful as they might seem. I've been in this situation before where a person's beauty seems to just melt away once I got to know them. I physically, with my own eyes, could no longer see their beauty because I knew what lied in their heart. And not everyone on this planet can relate to that, I'm sure. But chances are, if you're listening to this podcast, you understand. As for physical beauty, without having known someone, I rely on nature, of course, right? I see the beauty in every single person on this planet. Nature is hard-pressed to make a mistake. I stood across from a rolling field of hay just the other day, and I watched as the wind blew over the surface, making ripples and waves. And I noticed that the field wasn't perfectly flat. It wasn't perfectly smooth across its top. It was lumpy and bumpy and rolling. It was beautiful in its own imperfection. I see my own body. I learned to see our bodies as representations of nature, and they are beautiful. When I look into my own eyes, I see the color of a raging storm at sea. And when I look into my lover's eyes, I see the warm fertileness of loamy earth. We are expressions of nature. We are beautiful. When I was a child, I wrapped myself in a towel and made myself a lovely gown. And I walked out of my bedroom. I must have been 3. And I showed my grandmother. And my grandmother said, "Oh, you look so pretty." I said, "But Grandma, I don't want to be pretty. I want to be beautiful." And though I didn't understand it at the time, as an adult, I understand that I didn't want to be pretty, because pretty to me is what everyone else thought beauty was. I wanted to be beautiful, because what is beautiful is in nature. It's almost a universal beauty. And even at that age, unknowingly, I knew the difference. We're given certain characteristics because that is what nature decided, based on our DNA and where our ancestors came from, that those were the characteristics we needed. Those of us with darker skin typically came from places with more sun, warmer climates. Those of us with lighter skin came from places with less sun, and we have lighter skin, which helps us to absorb more vitamin D. Some of us are short, some of us are tall. Some trees are short, and some trees are tall. We are all, and I cannot say this enough, expressions of nature, and each one is beautiful. So I want to leave you with a little exercise. It might be a little difficult, but give it a try. Look in the mirror. Look at your body. What in nature do you see in yourself? What colors do you see in nature that you see in yourself? What textures? What shapes? I assure you, because we all belong to nature and are of nature, we are all beautiful. And dare I say, when we start seeing these natural things in each other, we will start seeing the beauty in each other. So I suppose that's all I have to say about that today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week.